Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into the latest jaw-dropping drama from The Bold and the Beautiful on CBS. Her relationship with her daughter Luna would be irreparably damaged, and her standing in the community would crumble. For Poppy, this wasn't just about protecting a secret, it was about preserving the life she had fought so hard to build. Desperate to stop the truth from spilling out, Poppy turned to Finn, pleading with him to keep quiet. She tried every tactic in her arsenal: tears, guilt trips, and impassioned arguments, hoping to sway him. She reminded him of the pain it would cause, not just for her, but for Luna, Steffi, and the rest of the family. Surely, she thought, Finn would see reason and agree to bury the past once and for all. But Finn wasn't the type to bend under pressure. Known for his unwavering honesty and strong moral compass, Finn refused to listen. To him, the truth was a burden he could no longer carry. He believed that everyone deserved to know, no matter how messy or painful the fallout might be. His resolve was unshakable, and Poppy's pleas fell on deaf ears. As the tension between them mounted, Poppy's desperation reached a boiling point. She felt trapped, cornered by Finn's stubbornness and the impending collapse of her carefully constructed world. In a moment of blinding rage and panic, Poppy made a decision that would change everything. She pulled out a gun. Where she got it remains a mystery, but its presence spoke volumes about the depths of her fear, and, without hesitation, she shot Finn. The sound of the gunshot echoed through the air, a deafening punctuation to their heated confrontation. Finn crumpled to the ground, lifeless, his eyes frozen in shock. The man who had been determined to expose the truth was now silenced forever, and Poppy stood over him, trembling as the reality of what she'd done sank in. For a fleeting moment, Poppy was paralyzed by panic. Her hands shook, her breath came in ragged gasps, and her mind raced with 1,000 thoughts at once. She hadn't meant for things to go this far. She hadn't planned to kill anyone. But there was no undoing it now. Finn was dead, and the secret she'd fought so hard to protect was still hers to guard. As her survival instincts kicked in, Poppy realized she couldn't just stand there. She had to act fast if she wanted to escape the consequences of her actions. With a surge of adrenaline, she dragged Finn's body away from the scene, her heart pounding in her chest. She stumbled through the darkness until she reached a nearby lake, its still waters shimmering under the moonlight. With a final, frantic effort, she pushed Finn's body into the water, watching as it sank beneath the surface. For a brief moment, she allowed herself to believe she'd gotten away with it, that the lake would swallow her crime and leave no trace. But secrets like these don't stay buried for long, especially not in the world of the bold and the beautiful. Poppy returned home, her clothes disheveled and her mind a chaotic mess. She tried to convince herself that she could move forward, that she could keep up the pretense of normalcy. She scrubbed the blood from her hands, rehearsed her excuses, and steeled herself to face the world as if nothing had happened. Yet, deep down, she knew the truth would find a way to surface, just like Finn's body soon would. It didn't take long for her worst fears to come true. A group of fishermen spotted something unusual bobbing in the lake, and when they pulled it closer, they were horrified to discover Finn's lifeless form. Word spread quickly, and soon the police descended on the scene, their flashing lights cutting through the early morning mist. The news of Finn's death hit his family like a tidal wave. Steffi, Finn's wife, collapsed in grief when she heard that her husband, the father of her child, the man she loved with all her heart, was gone. She couldn't comprehend how this could have happened, her mind reeling with questions that had no answers. Lee, Finn's mother, was equally devastated. She had always been proud of her son's integrity and kindness, and now she was left to mourn the loss of a life cut far too short. The two women clung to each other, their sobs filling the air as they grappled with the unbearable pain of losing Finn. The rest of the Forrester and Logan families rallied around them, offering support but unable to fill the void left by his absence. The police wasted no time launching an investigation. Finn's death wasn't an accident, the bullet wound in his chest made that abundantly clear. Detectives began combing through his life, interviewing family members, and searching for clues about who could have wanted him dead. Suspicion swirled around the usual suspects, rivalries, jealousies, and past grudges all came under scrutiny. But Poppy, the one person with the most to hide, remained silent. She watched from the sidelines, her nerves fraying with every passing day. She tried to maintain her composure, offering condolences and feigning shock like everyone else. Yet, beneath her calm exterior, she was a wreck. Every knock on the door, every ring of her phone, sent her spiraling into paranoia. She knew the police were thorough, and she feared it was only a matter of time before they connected the dots. As the investigation deepened, evidence began to emerge. A muddy footprint near the lake matched a pair of Poppy's shoes. A witness recalled seeing a woman matching her description in the area that night. The net was tightening, and Poppy could feel it closing in. She considered running, packing a bag and disappearing before anyone could catch her, but she knew that would only make her look guiltier. Instead, she doubled down on her lies, weaving a web of alibis and excuses to throw the police off her trail. She told herself she could outsmart them, that she could keep her secret buried even if Finn's body refused to stay submerged. Meanwhile, Steffi and Lee's grief turned to anger as they demanded justice for Finn. Steffi couldn't shake the feeling that someone close to them was responsible, someone who knew Finn well enough to lure him to his death. Lee, a doctor with a keen eye for detail, began piecing together inconsistencies in the stories she heard. She remembered Finn mentioning a tense conversation with Poppy just days before he vanished, and a seed of suspicion took root. The two women vowed to uncover the truth, no matter how painful it might be. They didn't know it yet, but they were on a collision course with Poppy, whose fragile facade was beginning to crack under the pressure. As the days turned into weeks, the investigation grew more intense. The police zeroed in on Poppy as a person of interest, her evasive answers and nervous demeanor raising red flags. Interrogations became more pointed, and Poppy's carefully rehearsed lies started to unravel. She clung to her innocence, but the evidence was stacking up against her: fibers from Finn's clothing found in her car, gunshot residue on a jacket she owned, and a blurry security camera image placing her near the lake. The once confident Poppy was now a cornered animal, her options dwindling with every new discovery. The Bold and the Beautiful has never shied away from dramatic twists, and this storyline is no exception. Poppy's descent from desperation to murder has left viewers on the edge of their seats, wondering how far she'll go to protect her secret, and whether she'll get away with it. For Steffi and Lee, the pain of losing Finn is only the beginning. The betrayal they're about to uncover will test their strength like never before. And for Luna, the daughter caught in the middle, the truth about her parentage and her mother's actions could shatter everything she's ever known. This gripping tale of deception and retribution is classic soap opera fare, blending raw emotion with high-stakes drama. As the police close in and the family demands answers, one thing is certain. The fallout from Finn's death will reverberate through Los Angeles for months to come. Will Poppy's crime be exposed, or will she manage to bury the truth once and for all? Only time will tell, but if there's one thing The Bold and the Beautiful has taught us, it's that no secret stays hidden forever. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over. Next, we'll be diving into the explosive drama surrounding The Bold and the Beautiful's most talked about secret. John Finnegan is playing with fire, and the flames are getting dangerously close to burning everything he holds dear. The truth about Luna's true paternity is an unraveling time bomb, and when it finally detonates, the aftermath will be nothing short of catastrophic. While Finn may believe that he's protecting his family, his marriage, and his own peace of mind by delaying the inevitable, his silence might end up being the very thing that destroys it all. The longer he withholds the truth from Steffi Forrester, the worse the explosion will be when she finally discovers the shocking reality. Will Finn's hesitation cost him everything? Or will he finally muster the courage to come clean before it's too late? Let's break it all down. Finn's silence, a ticking time bomb. Finn knows that the moment he tells Steffi the truth about Luna, their entire dynamic will shift. Right now, things are good, too good. He's enjoying the stability of his marriage, the warmth of his home, and the seemingly perfect life he has built with Steffi. He is reluctant to bring chaos into their world when everything appears so idyllic. But Finn's refusal to be honest isn't just about keeping the peace, it's also about fear. Deep down, he knows that Steffi's reaction will be nothing short of explosive. Steffi is not the kind of woman who takes betrayal lightly. If she finds out that her husband fathered a child with another woman, she won't just be hurt, she'll be furious. Finn's silence isn't just about protecting Steffi's emotions, it's about protecting himself. He doesn't want to deal with the fallout of his confession, nor does he want to face the reality of what it could mean for their future. But by delaying this revelation, he is ensuring that when Steffi does learn the truth, the damage will be even more severe. Poppy's pressure, will she be the one to expose the truth? While Finn continues to drag his feet, Poppy Nozawa is growing increasingly frustrated. She has made it crystal clear that she believes Finn needs to be honest with Steffi. But why is Poppy pushing so hard for Finn to confess? Does she genuinely believe that the truth needs to come out for Luna's sake? Or is there something deeper at play? On the surface, it seems like Poppy's concern is all about honesty, but longtime BNB fans know that things are never that simple. Could it be that Poppy has her own reasons for wanting Finn's marriage to hit the rocks? She has always been a complicated figure, one who knows how to manipulate situations to her advantage. And then, of course, there's Luna. If Luna finds out that Finn has been keeping his identity as her father a secret, it could lead to irreparable emotional damage. She has spent her entire life not knowing the truth, and now that she is so close to discovering it, the last thing she needs is more deceit. With Poppy applying pressure and Finn refusing to budge, the question remains, who will break first? Will Finn finally confess on his own terms, or will Poppy take matters into her own hands? The fallout, what happens when Steffi learns the truth? Steffi has been through her fair share of betrayals, but this revelation might be the one that changes everything. If she discovers the truth from someone other than Finn, it will only add fuel to the fire. Imagine the scene: Steffi is blindsided by the news that her husband has been keeping a life-altering secret from her. If she learns it from Poppy, or, worse, Luna herself, the betrayal will feel 10 times worse. She will feel humiliated, deceived, and completely blindsided. And let's not forget Steffi's history with impulsive decisions. When she feels backed into a corner, she lashes out. If she feels like her trust in Finn has been shattered, could she seek comfort in the arms of Liam Spencer once again? Would she consider walking away from Finn entirely? While Finn might believe he's delaying the inevitable to spare Steffi's feelings, he's really setting up the perfect storm, a storm that could cost him his marriage, his reputation, and even his place in Steffi's life. The bigger picture, what's next for Finn and Steffi? It's clear that Finn's secret isn't going to stay buried much longer. The moment of truth is rapidly approaching, and how it all plays out will determine the future of his relationship with Steffi. There are only 2 possible outcomes: Finn confesses on his own, before Steffi hears it from someone else. If he makes the first move, he may have a small chance of repairing the damage before it's too late. Steffi will still be furious, but she might at least respect the fact that he was honest with her in the end. Steffi finds out from an outside source, and the fallout is catastrophic. If this happens, Finn will lose all control of the situation. Steffi will feel completely betrayed, and their marriage could spiral toward an inevitable collapse. But let's not forget one more possibility: Poppy taking matters into her own hands. If she truly believes that Finn won't confess, could she decide to tell Steffi herself? And if she does, what will be her real motivation? With secrets hanging in the balance, emotions running high, and trust teetering on the edge of destruction, the next few episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful are guaranteed to be some of the most explosive yet. Final thoughts: why fans can't miss what's coming next. Finn may believe that his life is perfectly under control, but in reality, he is sitting on a powder keg, and the fuse has already been lit. The truth about Luna's parentage isn't just a simple confession, it's a revelation that could permanently alter relationships, shift alliances, and destroy everything Finn has worked so hard to build. Steffi will not react well to being kept in the dark, and if Finn doesn't act fast, he might just lose her forever. Meanwhile, Poppy's role in all of this is still unclear. Is she a genuine advocate for the truth, or is she a calculated player in this high-stakes game? One thing is for sure: the moment the truth comes out, the consequences will be irreversible.